All right, so writing a research proposal. I know a lot of you have done this in your master's series coursework. For those of you that are only in the BCBA coursework series, this may be a little bit new, and that's okay. Um, Basically, we'll walk through the steps of how to do a research proposal, and I'll highlight, what Gaston Ledford covers in chapter 3. I do want to just do a quick review of your actual assignment for this course. So you'll be proposing a single case design that will be implemented. So when you're thinking of research questions, when you're thinking of topics you want to cover, you want to have a specific client in mind, someone that you will be implementing this with in a couple months. I highly encourage you to work with your fieldwork supervisors on appropriate targeted areas for either increasing behavior or decreasing behavior. I'm also really happy to meet with you guys individually as well to discuss some of the ideas you may be having, excuse me, and help collaborating with that. The outline for this is due February 24th by 5 p.m. Final project is due March 22nd by 5 p.m. I did link a couple examples of single case designs that are just really great ABA interventions. So it's showing the research that was completed. And so it's evidence based, it's been replicated, it has shown to be effective, and they're really simple. Everyday targeted behaviors that we're working on in ABA. The first one by Albert, she worked on increasing a MAND repertoire by using the CMOT, big fancy word. I hope you guys remember it. It's the transitive motivating operator. Basically, it is increasing MANDs by manipulating the CMOT. So the CMOT is basically something's missing and it temporarily increases the value of an item in order to access the final preferred item. So that's kind of confusing. I typically have a graph that I would show you guys regarding this. I believe in her study she does have it. If you want more information on CMOT, I could talk about it for days. But basically what that looks like is if a learner really wants ice cream, there may be manding for ice cream, but how can we increase our mand repertoire within that context? So in order to manipulate the CMOT, maybe we hide the spoon so that the learner has to now ask for the spoon. So it's momentarily conditioned as a reinforcer, that spoon, in order to access the ice cream. So typically our learner may not mand for a spoon because it's meaningless. They can't do anything with it. But in this moment, ice cream's highly, highly, highly reinforcing, and so the spoon becomes reinforcing. So we can manipulate scenarios in order to increase mand repertoire by using the CMOT. And the Albert study focuses on that, shows her data around it, and that it's effective. The Carbone study that I linked regarding eye contact, so that's a really big focus point for a lot of practitioners in our field. It's slightly controversial. A lot of people equate eye contact to attending. Research has shown that that's not necessarily the case. A lot of children, maybe staring out the window in class, are fully attending and absorbing all information that's vocally being presented. So eye contact doesn't always equal attending, but it is a skill that's socially significant. When we have conversations with people, we want to ensure eye contact, all of that good respectful behavior. So Carbone presents an intervention for increasing eye contact that goes more along with developmental norms. So when you have a typically developing toddler that wants attention, is demanding for attention. Maybe mom's on the phone, maybe she's busy cooking. Toddler will typically come up, pull on you, look at you, pull on you, keep going. If they're still ignored, maybe they'll start crawling onto you. Eventually, they'll sort of just take your face and look right at you. So really, when you want something is when you're engaging in eye contact at first for typically developmental kids. So rather than teaching the standard sort of quote unquote robotic way of eye contact of, here's a reinforcer, look at me, and holding the reinforcer close. This is teaching it more naturally through manding. So they present their research on that. I find those two studies to be really just great single case designs, but also so pertinent to our field and something so applicable. They're in our manding and eye contact are something we start working on from day one with very early learners. So I think they're two really great examples and something that you could start to model your research ideas off of. Um, I find them helpful. I hope you guys do too. If you want more ideas or more articles, please let me know. I'm happy to uncover some of those ones that I'm aware of or do some research with you guys.